All right. So I didn't let it finish because I've seen enough. The sizes look good now. So they're clumping up and stuff. They're colliding. It's all nice. They're not bouncing that much, which is good too. They're still kind of just rolling a lot though, which is something that's annoying. Um, one of the quickest ways, especially with pieces this small that we're not really going to notice anyway, is go back to the packed object itself. And let's take a look at example frame here. Oops, I always get that with this stupid thing here. There we go. Tricked it. I was pressing Space G to zoom in on this. At any rate, we got all these pieces here. We know that the guide geometry looks like this, but we've got two problems. The one problem is we've deprived ourselves of the collision padding, which is actually usually a good thing to have. It'll make the sim actually run faster and resolve collisions better. Also, like I said, the pieces are rolling all over the place. We can kind of solve the two problems at once. Because these pieces are so small, change it to box. What we're going to want to have essentially is each of these pieces will have their own collision box. Now, from what I can see, the collision box is oriented to the best fit, as you can see, to these individual pieces. But, because it has to be around the entire extent of it, it can be a little too big. So I would say return this to what it was. Let's see what that looks like, which is going to make it even a little bit bigger. But so we've got our collision padding back. I don't know why it does this on the first frame, at least in the viewport here. So again, more looks like that. Let's increase the shrink amount. So if it's copying this right now, 0.02, let's have it shrink a little bit more. So just add like even the slightest bit can have a pretty big difference. And you can see now that's parts of this stuff are like sticking out now. And that's okay. These pieces will end up, sure, sticking into the ground, but we won't be able to tell. And meanwhile, these box-like collision hulls will not roll nearly as easily as those kind of round-looking convex hulls, while still looking pretty good. So coming back here, let's go back to not seeing the guide geometry. It also sim just way faster. You can see, I mean, admittedly, yes, I put it on 40 substeps, but towards the end here, it was taking like 10 seconds a frame. Well, 17 seconds a frame. We probably could have turned that down, but we won't even need to now. With the boxes as the collision hull, you'll see it's going to sim super fast. Look at that. So we'll get nicer collisions. We'll get things that stop rolling sooner. It'll just look nicer in general, and it sims faster. So once again, gonna pause the recording and we'll look at the end result.